What type of repairs should you do or not do to sell a home? The short answer is that most of the repairs that are often suggested are not the type of repairs that sellers should do. What I tell people is if you've got a roof that's older but not leaking, don't spend $8,000 to replace a roof so that a buyer pays you $2,000 more for the house. It's kind of boring advice, but really the lower cost things are the things that make most sense for sellers to complete. So stuff like decluttering, painting, better lighting, those are all the types of things that you should do, but it almost never makes sense to do any sort of repairs that's going to cost you money. So don't put in new flooring or don't put in new countertops. Not only are you not going to get the full value of that repair back, but you might put something in that the buyer doesn't want. The buyer might want carpets or might want marble instead of granite or those types of things. So the short answer is don't conduct any repairs just to sell a home. The best thing that you can do is contact a certified stager that will come through the house and give you suggestions to get a house ready, usually for a very low cost. It typically costs between $75 and $200 for that type of consultation, and their goal is very minor things like furniture placement, lighting, that really don't cost you a lot of money but can significantly improve the marketability of your house. We're such believers in staging that we actually offer that as a free benefit to all of our clients. So if you were interested in a stager, we would be happy to provide one for you. But in general, don't do any sort of repairs on a house. One other piece of advice that we strongly recommend against is don't, as a seller, do what's called a pre-inspection. A pre-inspection is when you hire a home inspector to get an idea of the types of things that will come up at the buyer's home inspection. I personally think a lot of agents do this because they're trying to justify a lower price with the seller and, hey, here's this inspection, see all the things that are wrong with it. But it's got a couple of problems. Number one, it might cost you between $500 and $700. Number two, now you've opened yourselves up to liability. Your responsibility as a seller to disclose a known material defect. You're not required to know everything about your house that an inspector might find, but if you do know about it and it is a defect, you are then required to disclose it. And then the biggest problem is some things might come up at that inspection, you choose to address them or disclose them, and they might not have come up with the buyer's inspector, or they might have their own inspector that comes up with different things. So save the money, don't do a pre-inspection, and then consult a stager to do the minor, low-cost items to make your house look best to put it on the market.